What's up, YouTube? Hi! Okay, so today I'm feeling super glam because I did a little bit of a smoky eye with some lashes. Oh my god, I'm trying this Buxom lip gloss and it's plumping. It feels so weird, but like, I'm kind of into it. I'm wearing this liquid lipstick underneath it. I'll put the shade names and links below. You know me. You know how I do with things around here, so just look in the description box. Today I'm actually going to talk about my experience when I was working at Ulta. It's going to be the first of a few videos on my channel, kind of like an Ulta series. So this first video is going to... I have lipstick on my teeth. So today's first video about this Ulta series is going to be just basic information, like how I got the job, the interview process, like your discount, your perks, kind of the rules of working there. This is going to be less about my experience and my thoughts and like my personal opinion. This is more of just how I actually got the job and how I went about and what you need to have to get the job. Because when I remember when I first applied to work at Ulta, I was so curious and I was always watching YouTube videos, and there was a few videos that I found, but I want to make one myself so that for people like me that are searching, they can get the exact information that they want, because I know there's a couple things that I never could find out that I wanted to know. So yeah, we're gonna kind of go through a lot of that. Keep on watching this video if you want to see how I got the job at Ulta, how you can get the job at Ulta, some tips and tricks, kind of, and if you want to just learn more about working there. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my Instagram link below and my blog. Self-promotion. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to start talking about is just the application process. It's honestly really easy. If you ever go into an Ulta and ask them or call them, they're just going to tell you to go online. So just go to their website. If you go to Ulta, you can find their career page and you just submit an online application. Super easy. I don't remember exactly what they did. I'm pretty sure you had a resume and there was a couple questions on there, I think. I don't remember exactly, but it was honestly really simple. Something that I was always curious about is like what experience is needed to work at Ulta. And I think the answer is really that it just depends on where you're working. But for me, I had the position as a beauty advisor. Basically, all this information, just so you guys know, is going to be about the beauty advisor position. So, in case you didn't know, there's kind of two jobs in the Ulta kind of retail side. I mean, there's more than two, but as far as the job that I had, I was a beauty advisor. And then the other side of that is the prestige beauty advisor. So what a normal beauty advisor does is basically just like a retail person, like register, stocking, cleaning things, showing customers like literally where something is, not really like recommending products, but really just saying like, oh, it's right there, you know? And then a prestige advisor is like somebody who recommends products, somebody who does color matches, they can apply makeup, they can, my eyelash is like coming off or something, I don't know. I fixed that bitch. Moving on. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, prestige. So I was not a prestige side. I was just a beauty advisor. And for that position, you do not need any beauty experience at all. I had zero cosmetic experience. All I had was retail experience from working in different retail stores like throughout high school. So I had that experience, but I didn't have any experience at all doing makeup. And I honestly was not very good at makeup, and that's kind of why I wanted to work there, is to learn more about makeup. But I was not great at makeup. Like, I could do my own makeup for the most part. I could not do a full glam. I couldn't do false eyelashes. I didn't know what I was doing at all. And I definitely couldn't do makeup on somebody else. But it doesn't matter, because when you are a beauty advisor, all you basically do is retail. So you don't have to have any makeup experience at all. People always ask me, like, what was your training? Oh, where did you learn how to do makeup? Like, I never learned any of it. I'm self-taught. At this point, I'm pretty self-taught. I've learned more. But at that point, I didn't know much about it. So I don't know. I was kind of just flying by the seat of my pants, just doing retail work. Like, I really wasn't doing that much with makeup. And that's something else that I want to mention, is that if you're working as a beauty advisor, it may not be as much of what you expect, because it's not going to be you working with makeup, working with customers, making sales. It's really just going to be a lot of cleaning and a lot of doing the register. It's not going to be a lot of makeup like you might think it is. You might think it's so much fun. Oh, you work with makeup, it's so fun, you can do makeup all day, which is not true at all. Depends on your job, it depends on the store. I'm sure some people had different experiences than me, but in my position where I worked, I didn't do anything with makeup. All I did was register, customers yelled at me, and I cleaned stuff. So that's pretty much my whole job. Okay, so let's talk about interviews. I honestly can't remember every single detail about my interview, but I do remember that it was really easy. Like, I just met with a manager, and she basically just gave me all the information, was telling me about the job, and she only asked me a couple questions about myself. Like, it was super easy. She asked me like 2 or 3 questions, like work experience, why do you want to work here, you know, just your basic interview questions. So just brush up on that if you need help with that. It's just basic interview stuff. And basically she's just like, oh, when can you start? And I saw on her schedule that she had like a few other interviews that day, so I think they were interviewing for seasonal people because I was starting in the summer, so it was pretty easy for me. They just needed people to work there, and I filled the spot. So I've heard other people though say that there were group interviews, so I think that might be a thing. I didn't do that. I don't know. Also, be sure that you know what you're interviewing for. I had a coworker at a different job that was saying he had interviewed at Ulta at a group interview, and he didn't know what the job was. Like, it was part-time and he thought it was full-time. It was a beauty advisor, he thought it was prestige. So just make sure you know exactly what you're interviewing for, and you talk to your interviewer about what the job exactly is. Like, exactly what you're going to be doing, exactly what hours you're going to have, and exactly what your position is called. I know a lot of people are like scared to talk about their pay on YouTube. I could never find anyone tell me how much they got paid, but I'm gonna tell you how much I got paid because I don't think it's really that much of a secret. I got paid $8.50 to be a beauty advisor, and I don't know exactly how it worked, but I know that the other positions do pay more. I think like prestige beauty advisor, and then there's like head cashier. If I'm correct, I think those girls got paid like another $1. They might have either gotten paid like $9 or $9.50, maybe even $10. I don't know exactly, but I know it wasn't that much more than what I was getting paid. So you're not gonna make a lot of money at that position depending on what you're doing. If you're working full time, you will make pretty good money, but as far as like a beauty industry job, you can always make more. So it really wasn't like the most pay I've ever gotten, but for what I was doing, it was good, and I worked every single day, so I made pretty good money because I was working full time. So keep that in mind. Okay, so I'm going to go over some of the policies. I don't want to go over like the pros and cons or anything yet because I want to do that in a different video. But their policies are pretty basic. One that I didn't really expect, one that was kind of strange to me, well, it wasn't really strange, I totally understand it, but I didn't expect it, was that you had to have clear bags. So they give you, or they gave, at least at my location, they gave us all like a little tiny, I think I have it somewhere, I don't know, but they gave us like mini clear bags for us to take everything in. And then if you wanted to, you could buy your own clear bag if you needed a bigger one. Like our managers all had like huge clear bags, like tote bags that they'd put all their stuff in, because you can't carry anything in a purse that's not clear because they want to make sure they know exactly what's in there. And then every day before you left, anywhere, if you left for a break, if you left to go to your car and grab something really quick, if you left to go home, they would check your bag. You would have to stand by the door and wait for them to check your bag. Okay, so another thing they did was if you brought in a product they sold, they would green dot it. I actually still have one. This is a lipstick that I had brought in, and they just put a green dot on it for me. You would have to leave these at the front when you were to come into work, and they would green dot them for you so that when you were checking out, when you were leaving, they would know that this was your product that you brought in. I heard somebody saying in a video about working at Sephora that they would like carve a giant S into it and it just looked bad. I'm glad they do a green dot, super small and easy. So if you don't want a green dot on your lipstick or whatever you're bringing, then don't bring it in. Just leave it in your car or something, I don't know. Other policies they have, honestly, they're all really basic. They have like a social media policy, like they do check your Twitters, your Instagram, your Facebook. They check your social media and they will see what you're tweeting, so, or what you're posting. So they will see if you're posting negative things about your work. So be careful with your social media when you work at Ulta, or really when you work anywhere. You should never be posting anything negative about your job on social media or anything that's not relevant to people on social media, because you can get in trouble for that. It's just not smart. Another thing that you get at Ulta is gratis. If you don't know what gratis is, it's free stuff, and it's awesome. I loved gratis. I love getting free stuff, and I actually got a really good amount of gratis. It kind of depends on the day and the manager, but they would, at least at my location, they would give you like an incentive to do something. Like if you open this many credit accounts, you can have a piece of gratis, or if you do this, you can have a gratis. The first person to, I don't know, make a sale or whatever could get a gratis. So you'd get gratis for doing all kinds of cool stuff, and it was usually pretty good stuff. Like some of the stuff I got I didn't really like. Like I remember I got like a Bare Minerals palette and I didn't really like it, but it was free and it's a pretty good size product, it's a pretty good price. I've gotten like mascara. I got like a gift set from Lancome, and it was like the Sills Booster, the mascara, a few things from Lancome. I mean, I don't remember everything I got, but I did get a lot of really good stuff. So, I mean, gratis was good. Another thing that I remember one time, it was like one of my first weeks there, and I wasn't very good at my job yet, and there was a customer who was at the register with me, and she was being so rude to me, like screaming at me, literally yelling at me about some return policy. I don't remember exactly what it was. And I was like, I don't know if I can do that. Like what she was asking, I couldn't figure out how to do it. And she was yelling at me like I should know. And I was like gonna cry. Like it was the worst experience ever. And my manager took pity on me and gave me gratis. Thanks, girl. Another thing that I really wanted to know about was the dress code. So you'll hear a lot of different things, but I know for a fact the dress code is the same at every single Ulta. I think that the only thing that differs is what your managers will allow, because sometimes you'll have managers that are more lenient. But for the most part, pretty much the exact dress code is black, everything. I think you can wear like a plain white top, or you might even be able to wear a white dress. But it's mostly just black, no patterns. There was somebody there that had like a floral pattern. She got sent home. And then you have to wear black shoes, and they have to be like more dressy shoes. Like I wore sandals a lot, or like booties a lot. You can't wear tennis shoes. I did occasionally. I had like all black Converse, but sometimes my manager would get mad, so. Okay, so more about the dress code. If you're working before the store is open or after it closes, you can wear whatever you want. And I didn't know that, and I was so annoyed that they didn't tell me, because the first day I worked was a truck day. We had it on Fridays, so you'd get there at like either 5:30 or 6 a.m. and you could wear whatever you wanted the whole time you're doing truck. You could, like, everyone would be wearing like tennis shoes, hoodies, whatever. And then the second it turns 10, the second the store opens, you're wearing your store clothing. You're wearing your dress code, black, whatever. But I didn't know that, so I showed up at 6 a.m. for truck in my all black, and everyone else was wearing tennis shoes, and I was so annoyed, like. So just know, no matter what day it is, no matter where you're going, if the store's closed, you can change. You can wear whatever you want. Bring shoes, bring a hoodie, whatever. Put your hair up. You can wear whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. So, another thing is makeup. People always ask you, they'll always ask people to like what they're required to wear. I remember being told that the exact policy is having 3 items of makeup on. I honestly don't really know what that's supposed to be, because I feel like 3 items of makeup could be like foundation, concealer, and powder, and that could count, but then you would have no eyes on, no brows, no lips, so I don't really know exactly what that's supposed to be. But in my experience, we didn't really have that many requirements, because I worked a lot of days without wearing any makeup. Especially if I worked early, I would not wear makeup, or just wear foundation. I wouldn't wear anything else. I didn't always have time to do a full face makeup, but I worked almost every single day, so I mean. And then we would get our schedules, like, I think we just got a week schedule. Every week we'd get the week schedule on like a Thursday or something. We'd get the schedule for the next week. And we could switch shifts if we wanted. We just have to tell our manager, like, hey, this girl's coming in for me. But you could only switch shift with, like, whoever is the same job as you. Like, I could only switch with the beauty advisor. I couldn't switch with someone in Prestige unless I got, like, specific information. Requesting days off is honestly pretty easy. I actually was able to get about a week off for a trip I was doing over the summer. So it's pretty easy to get time off as long as you request it ahead of time, as long as you plan it, and they're usually pretty good about it. It also depends on your staff. Maybe at your store you have less people. I don't know. That's just what I experienced. That's honestly pretty much everything. If I forgot something, I'll tell in the next video. Or if you have a question, you can let me know. Or if you're mad, leave a comment. Let's start some drama. Okay, let's not. But anyway. Okay, friends, that's everything. So don't forget to like this video if it was helpful for you, or comment if you have any questions. I'm 100% open to answering every single question, honestly. If you want to know something, like how much I get paid, how much I got, how many hours exactly I worked, how holidays work, things like that, let me know in the let me know in the comments, and I'll reply back, and I'll let you know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to check the description box for some links to my favorite products, like my lipstick today, and for a link to my website and my Instagram page. Check them out, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!